is officially almost ice fishing season again, which means it's cold. Well, it's not really cold at the moment, but it's getting cold. We put the boat away, so it's time to get into that weird time when there's nothing really to do, but there's plenty of reviews to film. So today, I'm going to bring you an unboxing of a new product, which I'm very interested to check out. It is called the Finicky Fooler, and it's basically something that a couple people recommended we try as a alternative to an iFish Pro or any of those other ones. The difference with this one is it's a hook setter. Now wait, I know you're thinking, Matt, you live in Minnesota, you can't use a hook setter. It can be converted to a non-hook setter, plus we live very close to Wisconsin where you can use hook setters. So without any further ado, let's crack her open and see what we're thinking so far. Here we go. Let's open her up. So first off, you can see two products, one device, hook setter, or you don't have to have a hook setter. Pretty basic. I believe these run about $35, so don't quote me too hard on that, but it's somewhere around there. So open the top up. She's a bit sticky in there, bud. Oh, there you go. It's amateur hour out in here. There we go. Nothing else in there that appears to be it. Alrighty, so I've never actually messed with one of these too much before, but let's get this thing set up. So my guess is that just turns, pulls out of there. That pulls out, very easy. This flag just goes right in there. And this goes right in there. So I'm already kind of liking this. So, a couple parts. Right here, this is your release. This is your hook setter. Let me go grab a rod so we can show you how this works both ways, actually. All right, let's try setting this thing up. So, basic way it works. Rod slides in there. You get your line. I'm gonna try setting it up without the hook setter first, because that's how I'm gonna use it. So the major thing I like about this is you don't have to use anything on your line. There's no bobber stops, there's no clips, there's no nothing on your line. Again, I'm not trying to bash on the iFish Pro too much, but that was an annoying thing. You had to have something on your line. This thing, nothing on your line. Now that could be a good thing or a bad thing. We'll find out. So basically how it works, you take your flag, you bend it down, you lift this, so this sticks up, you put it through here, you set it down. Now you take your line down from the side of your spool like that. You can either have it set up to have your line, your spool open or closed, it doesn't really matter. Have the spool open, put your minnow down, fish grabs it, they pull, they lift that, it pops off, flag pops up and it runs. There's a little rubber nub right here that you can slide up and down to adjust the pressure from the fish, how quickly it can set off. But one thing I'll tell you, just from messing with it right here, this thing sets off incredibly well. You barely feel it. There's no pull, there's no nothing. It just slides off so incredibly nicely. But at the same time, it doesn't feel like a bigger minnow is gonna take it. So let's just try that again. Put that under. Here's a fish coming along. Ooh, bam. I wish you could feel what I feel right there. You don't feel anything. You don't feel anything when you pull. It just lifts that bar, flicks off. Let's try the hook setter now. Same operation. Drop this down. Hook that there. Take your line. So literally the same setup, except you have this, like any other hook setter, like a jaw jacker would have. Take your rod tip, hook it there, so your rod's loaded up. Make sure your bail is closed. That was a mistake I made. So make sure your bail closed, drag set. Here's a fish, comes along, grabs a line, bam, into the fish right there. Now, one thing I'm kind of interested to see, is this thing gonna pull it off? Like, if I pull down, drag set pretty hard. If I keep pulling, I'm worried about this thing flipping into the hole. But, I mean, that drag is set pretty hard. If we crank it all the way down, is it even gonna flip into the hole? Because that's one major thing I'm worried about, is this thing doesn't cover the hole. I mean, that's about to break the rod. And this thing isn't wedged against anything, it's just sitting flat. There's nothing holding this thing down. It's really not that heavy, but it just has that right level angle. There you go, finally got it to go. Where it's, you know, if you set it up in your hole, it's not really gonna go anywhere. Granted, it could. So we'll see what happens with that, but I intend to use a hole cover. They make a hole cover, or you could probably just use, hey, got it sitting right here, just a normal hole cover. Just keep it from flying in the hole. We'll see what happens with that. But I mostly don't intend to use that hook setting feature. That's pretty incredible. I just wish you guys could see how smooth that is. However, I know one of the things people are going to be concerned with is, does it work with any kind of light, or in our case, I don't have them, hang on. Never mind, I had them right here. One of our favorite little ice fishing gizmos, the blue tips. What this does, I don't remember if I made a review on it or not. Whatever. It's just a little Bluetooth sensor that sends a ding to your phone, a little text message when you flag those up. So I'm really curious to see if this thing will work with it. Same principle as a light at night. So let's see if this works. Let's turn this thing on. Crisis averted. I figured it out. Just clip it to the flag. We'll see how that holds up, if it's able to actually flip up with that, or is that going to cause an issue? It seems to be able to hold it up. You can probably modify this flag somewhat. Anyhow, let's bend it down, make sure it all works. With the blue tips, because if it doesn't, I'm going to be a little bit disappointed, because I love my blue tips and I use them all the time. Let's see what happens. Fish pulls and goes up. Blue tips is activated. Yep. Yeah, I mean, it works. This is the heaviest blue tips they make. This other guy right here, the older model, is a lot lighter, so it's not going to cause as much issue. Just like your standard little light, it's about the same weight. So that clips on there just fine, but yeah, it clips onto the flag. It would clip on right here just fine if you just wrapped some tape around it. This little flag is just skinnier than I guess most of them. Let's check to make sure it works with the hook setter too. Bam. Fish pulls. It works. I'm so glad that works. I was a little concerned that that might not work, but it does. So it looks like we're good. Yeah, I'm very impressed. To kind of wrap out this review, I'm gonna give it a rating. So a couple things. Ease of use. So easy to use. I would be lying. I really can't think of an ease of use thing that they could do better. So easy use, it's getting a 10 out of 10 for me on this Finicky Fooler. There's nothing you clip onto your line. You literally can set anything. Adjusting it is just as easy as moving the little rubber nub on the side. There's no clips. You just literally lay that on top of your line. The flag, super easy. So 10 out of 10 on ease of use. Packability is another thing. Ice fishing guys know how hard they got to have all this stuff and pack it into their sled. This thing fits in a 5-gallon bucket. I mean, you could fit, I don't know, 10 of these in a 5-gallon bucket. It's literally just as simple as sliding that in there, stowing the flag, and there you go. You're done. You walk away. You could put a bunch of those in a 5-gallon bucket. I would say the downfall is that it doesn't insulate a hole. So we'll see how that works. Again, we own a lot of these little thermal hole covers. That'll definitely come with us. But as far as actual use, haven't used it yet. Those videos will be coming when we actually get some hard water. It's like 70 degrees right now, so that might not be for a minute. But so far, I gotta say, this little guy is impressing me a lot. Just a quick mention, they make 2 models. This is the hook setter. They obviously have the non-hook setter. You can buy the non-hook setter. Both will be linked in the description. Quick thing I'd like to mention, if you want to take this off, I'm definitely going to do this when I'm in Minnesota. Just get yourself a plastic bag, and then all you have to do is take your flathead or Phillips screwdriver and unscrew the hook setter, which is definitely something you're probably going to want to do in case a CO meets you out in the water. Because once you take that off, it is no longer a hook setter. You cannot use it as a hook setter once this little piece is off, and there'd be no way for them to tell that it was at any point a hook setter. Yeah, you just unscrew this. Very simple, very easy. You can install and reinstall this quickly. Just take it, put it in a little plastic bag so you don't lose it. There you go. It is now no longer, you couldn't even tell it was ever a hook setter. So probably you want to do that if you fish states where it is not legal. We don't need to talk about how dumb that is. It's incredibly dumb. It's safer for the fish to actually have a hook setter because you don't get as many gut hooks, but besides the point. That's just how you take that off really easy. I probably should have addressed this at the beginning of the video. We're going to try to make more videos this ice fishing season. I'm not going to make excuses for why we haven't been uploading, but if we're not uploading at least once a week, go to our Instagram, linked top of the description, and say, hey, where's the video for the week? So please do that. Give us a follow over there. Again, we're going to try to be better about uploading. We were doing really well at the beginning of the spring, and just that fell off. But other than that, Finicky Fooler, so far, I'm liking it. Good quality. We'll see how it lasts. Yeah, get ready for some epic ice fishing content. That's all, boys. Hope you enjoy this ice fishing season as much as I think I'm going to. And comment below what other ice fishing content videos do you want to see, reviews and whatnot.